Okay, so this is my first video in a while. I was a very long time away from skateboarding, and this day I decided to just go and skate. It's been like, at that point, it was like a year or so that I've been trying to go back to skate, but never actually going back. So this time I decided to do this for real. So I headed for a tiny skate plaza that I have next to my home. And the way I found this kid, uh, he was really funny. He saw me with his skateboard and then he just ran straight at me, saying, "Mister, can I can I try a little bit?" And I said, "Sure." And then the kid was like very, you can see it in the video, he actually tried it. I think it's very cool to let kids experience this kind of thing, so see if they like it or not. Okay, so I got to a little court that we have here. It's a perfect place to warm up, so that's what I did. I just needed to see if I could still do a couple of ollies, 180s. As I said, I was a long time away from skateboarding. My tricks are all a little rusty. So what bothers me is like I've been skating since I was 16 years old. And right now I'm currently 24. And sure, I developed some skills, but skating in my life was never something like I did constantly. There were periods of time that I was constant in skateboarding, but most of the time I would spend months away or even, years, as it's the case right now, away from skateboarding. And due to a lot of specific reasons, so my deck would break and I needed to get a new one, and this skate stuff in Brazil is kind of expensive, so we spend a month or two waiting to get a new deck. So that's just one of the things. The other things are just life, I guess. It happens, a lot of things in your life, and you just need to step away from some areas, and skateboarding was an area that I chose to step away a lot of times. So yeah, I'm trying to get back at it. And as you can see, my skill sets on the board are a little rusty, to be honest. Actually, very rusty. I was struggling to do some basic ollies, basic 180s, front side 180s, back side 180s. So as I was saying, I was away from skateboarding for a long time, and this is one of the areas in my life that I want to get back at. So I decided to, every Saturday, head to this place and do a couple of tricks, record myself doing it, and see my progress over time. My first goal is to get back at the level I was at my prime, when I was skating every day. I never had a huge bag of tricks, but I was definitely a better skateboarder before than I am
this
now.
was just a little
You can see that I have
but I'm already feeling
sort of experience on the board, but I'm not really landing anything, not really doing anything right in the skateboard right now. And this was just supposed to be a warm-up session before I head to the actual skate park, skate plaza, if I can uh, refer to that. You will see in the video in a bit, because it's just actually it's a skate plaza, but when you say plaza, you imagine this big open space. This is very tiny, you will see, but still, not to complain. It is a very good place to practice, and you can develop your skills because the obstacles are not too difficult. So I find it to be the perfect place to get back to skateboarding, and you will see later in this video I've tried a couple tricks.
Seems like I can't do much here today.
So as soon as I got to this place, I noticed that it's soaking wet from the rain from yesterday, from the day before. So I kind of expected it to be this messy. I thought by the time I got there, some people had already skated the place, so it would be a kind of cleaned up. But I guess I had to do it myself. When I got there, it was just this kid who we made friends later, and he helped me to dry out the place, dry out the floor, sweep some leaves off the ground. We just cleaned the main obstacles that we're gonna skate the most, and just by the cleaning I got really, tired, because we did a heavy cleaning. I would say there were lots of buds in the place, and we didn't bother with some major ones. Just kind of dried up the place where we're gonna actually skate. And yeah, by the time I finished cleaning with the kid, I was really gassed out. So that's me out of shape right there. You can see I was already soaking wet. I was sweaty. My shirt was, you can see my back and my chest areas are just soaking wet, bro. So we started warming up, and you can see I'm a little uncomfortable on the board. Still managed to land a half cab. So if you were watching this video and you already skate, you can see this is very basic skating. Not really trying anything fancy. Just trying to, to get that muscle memory going on, if you understand what I mean. Like, see if I can still manage to kind of do the things that I did in the past. But this is really frustrating for me, because at the beginning of the session I didn't land anything. Just, recognizing the place, see my level, see if I'm confident on the board, and that's pretty much it. So and I'm not really doing anything that requires a lot of me physically, but so I tried a couple hill flips on this, I don't know how you guys call that obstacle. Here we just call it fan box, because you can have a lot of fun. So am I also really sorry for my bad English? I'm also trying to get back at it, as just as I'm trying to get back at skateboarding. So this whole YouTube thing that I'm doing now, it's kind of the documenting of me not trying to get back, actually getting back to the stuff that I want to get back to, because these are areas of my life that I've been neglecting for a considerable amount of time, and I decided to do something now. So there are these areas of me that I've been stepping away from, music, skateboarding, art, I could say, in English. And by doing this YouTube thing, I think it would improve all of them at the same time, because I'm planning to post all kinds of videos in this channel, including some thoughts, just me going off about some topic. And this is it. I hope you guys enjoy.